In my book, Spiritual Passages, I tell the story of a great but unknown contemplative, Father Isidore Kennedy. Father Isidore, you'll never hear of him, but if you're ever visiting Old Mission Santa Ynez in Solvang, California, behind the friary, there's a little cemetery. And when you open the door, the first grave is the grave of Father Isidore Kennedy. When I first met him, I went to the novitiate and the novice master says, "Oh, Benedict, we have a saint." I says, "Oh, marvelous. I love to watch saints." You say it's occupational therapy. So, and Father Isidore came along, and he looked like a saint. He was skinny, and he had a white beard and a great smile, and he loved jokes. His motto was, "A little nonsense now and then is favored by the best of men." And he told me the etymology of Gaelic words. He was born in Drombane in County Tipperary, and had come to America as a young friar at the age of 17 to die of tuberculosis. He says, "I came here to die, and I'm not dead yet." He had been in the hospital over 70 times at the time of his death with tuberculosis. And I said, how was it? Oh, he says, "It was grand. Oh, the hospitals are so nice now." I says, "What was your longest trip?" He says, 4.5 years. And I said, "What was the best assignment you ever had?" Now, there's a question, see, to trip up somebody who would think of this. What was the best assignment? He says, "The best?" I says, "Yeah, the best. The best." "Oh, the one I have now." I said, "What makes it the best?" He says, "Each one got better." Father Isidore was a failure, a flop at everything. He was usually passed around in the frontier, taking care of hobos and retired ladies of doubtful virtue in ghost towns and things like that. Most of the people he worked for never knew his name. But he was infinitely generous and kind. And he was forgotten. People thought he was kind of funny. But he had a secret. He had a secret. And his secret was the Blessed Sacrament. In the long years he spent as a missionary in the desert, he was never lonely, he told me, because the Blessed Sacrament was there. He referred to the Blessed Sacrament as my friend. "Would you watch the door while I go see my friend?" The last day of the retreat, Father Isidore came to confession. I can't tell you his confession, but I wish I could. But I'll tell you this. I was afraid to give him absolution. But the likes of me should be given absolution to this. In fact, I gave him the blessing with the tip of my finger, lest I would lose it. My hand didn't want to fall off. But after this most remarkable confession, I got him into the chair. And I said, "Father Isidore, you have a secret, don't you?" No, I said, "You have a great sense of humor." He said, "Oh, I do. I got that from my mother's people, the McDermotts." And I says, "But you have a secret." He says, "A secret?" I says, "Yeah, a secret." "A secret now." The Irish, you know, they play with you. I said, "Yeah, you have a secret." "Well, I do. A little secret." "Why don't you tell me? It wouldn't be a secret." So I said, "Well, I won't tell anybody, but you're very gifted at prayer. I see you praying there every day by the hour and you don't even move." He says, "Well, I have this little secret. It's just an imagination." I said, "What is it?" And Father Isidore, this simple, humble man, told me the greatest description of Christian contemplation in one sentence. But to understand it, you must know that he always found God's will in what was before him. In death, when he was 17. I said, "What's the secret?" He says, "Whenever I think of it during the day, especially when things aren't what they should be, I stop for a minute, and it seems to me that I've spent my entire life seated in the place of St. John at the Last Supper." That's Christian contemplation in this world.